Previously, we heard how Ealing Council has broken local government rules by failing to provide information about the meetings they had with developers at Friary Park for the whole of 2021. During that time, they were working out how they could get away with building a tower up to 37 stories high, which of course we now know they had to abandon after the Cap the Towers campaign, your campaign. After that defeat, the developers came up with the latest plan to build a new 17-floor tower, extra height on other buildings and greater width to some of the towers as well. But what makes it worse is the man the council employed to represent them at those meetings and throughout the planning process was also paid by developers to get plans past council regulations. He was working for developers at the same time. In fact, he was working for developers when our council leader said this.
Our administration promised residents in May that we would be open, honest and transparent.
Open, honest and transparent. Let's get this straight. Ealing Council chose not to use one of their own trained planning officers as the case officer. That's the person who talks to the developers and advises the councillors who will vote on a 7th tower here at Friary Park. No, instead, our council brought in someone who was on the staff of a private company. Get this, which works pretty much exclusively for private developers to get their plans accepted by councils. How can a professional pro-developer be seen as objective and fair by the 770 people, that's you and I, who objected to this planning application? This is a clear case of conflict of interest. Does that sound open, honest and transparent to you? And this case officer who worked for developers was the same person who advised the councillors who passed the original 6 tower proposal, the one that included a 24-storey and 2 22-storey buildings back in 2019, you remember. There were more than 200 objections and not a single comment in favour of that original Friary Park planning application 3 years ago. I wonder why those plans were passed. Open, honest and transparent. Coming up.
From now on, communities will be in the driving seat when it comes to regeneration in Ealing.
We assess whether that's true. Is the Acton community really in the driving seat?